Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on last year's national champions, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Spartans about to kick it away and get this season started. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got the big fellas out there, a three tight end look on 1st and 10. He'll try the right side. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. They won their first national championship last year, something I know many in the fan base thought would never happen. And now, also for the first time, they're the hunted. How do you handle that over the course of the season?
You got to raise your sense of urgency, no question about it, David. Every day this offseason has felt like a celebration on campus for their fans. Winning that title a year ago, but now you got to know you got the target on your back.
I get that. I understand that. But if you're a fan, keep celebrating, baby, because you got your first natty, man. It's fantastic. Whatever happens this year, who cares? You got a ring. You were the Kings.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Looking for space. It's McLaurin. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Extending the play. He's going to run it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought could fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UNC! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there. That time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Marsh. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Trying to keep the drive alive. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going forward in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
That's reeled in. It's Collier. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Got the quick pass. Open space at the 25. Turning it on. Touchdown, Smarty. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He might want another play. To the air. It's Baker. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Smashes ahead. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Powers through the defender. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. Bringing it back. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Spartans. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Off play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Mark. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Buys a little time with his feet. Lost the defense. He's wide open. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Michigan State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Baker. The short hands, it's Hamilton. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot.
Oh, he's got some space. The 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my club. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable. Having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. South Carolina showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Throws to the wideout. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long, ball's at the 25. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That's caught, it's Jackson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Spartans are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
That's caught. It's Marsh. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
The Spartans are marching down the field. To the ground with the back. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The green and white love that tough guy reputation, and they're getting it done on the ground.
Nah, that's exactly who this program is. That's what they're built on. Every team you go back in the history of Michigan State, you're going to find what? A bell cow running back that you can feed.
Makes the catch. It's Collier. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. Makes the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown, Sparty! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game.
Make some good plays today.
The give on the option. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
The Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Oh, he wants it all. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. Three yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Back to pass, it's Baker. He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, UNC! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. And these offenses are just putting up numbers.
They got so much speed and so many positions with spread football now in college. It's so hard to stop. Defenses are just trying to hold on, shut them down in the red zone, and not give up a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
Kick is in the air. He'll field the punt. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. And he'll have to check his fillings after that, but he did get the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Wants to throw. It's Baker. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his man. It's Adams. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. And into the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heel.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Arkansas was far from the friendly confines of Fayetteville, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. That's caught. It's March. There he goes. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. And the Spartans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Spartans will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Keeps looking downfield. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Is the heat giving him some kind of mirage and he thought he saw 4th down someplace? It's not 4th down, and the punt team's on the field. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. One more snap coming before halftime. Give to the back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Hoping to play some good ball. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
With the catch, it's Jackson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job.
Going with the ground game left.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Quarterback adapting. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football.
Touchdown, Spartans! And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's Baker. Makes the grab. Turning it on. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And they'll knock him down.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
On the run, it's McLaurin. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
The Tar Heels, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Caught over the middle. It's Adams. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quickly complete. Touchdown, North Carolina! And that one will put them up here in the second half. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Marsh. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Marsh. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. And the Spartans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Unloads it left. Rolls it in. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. If you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility, he now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
And the Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Collier. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Throws to the tight end. Big guy smells it. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wide receiver comes in motion. A 1st down run in the red zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Snap it to the back. And the ball comes out close to the goal line. Defense has it. They're on the move. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The offense changing the play. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Got a man. It's Adams. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnover's the biggest.
There he goes! Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little...
Touchdown, Michigan State. Excellent precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped for when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away. Oh, he's got some space. Bulldozes his way through. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And the Tar Heels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Quick handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play. And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Tar Heels are flying down the field. The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. Back to pass on second down. Floating away. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. Gives it on the option. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks, right? These are the decisions you have to make as a coach. Do I want to go for it? Continue to maybe run some clock. I'd love to kick a field goal when it's at 1, right? At 1 on the clock and walk out with it.
Oh, look out, the ball's free. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
What a clutch stop for this defense. You get in the 4th quarter, you got to make those plays, get the ball back to your offense in a position now to go take the lead in this ball game.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Got enough for the first down. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Marsh. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And now he's in the 400 club, 400. That's a pretty good day at the office when you're putting up over 400 yards. This defense hadn't had a lot of answers.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Lost to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marsh. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. The throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. Looking to pass. It's Baker. Dances away to buy time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Trying to make magic with his feet. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Fourth quarter, obviously, trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude. You're a quarterback to make plays, and you got to call plays like this where it's a pass, and he still takes off and gets the first down. It's his time. It's the fourth quarter. You're trailing. The ball's in his hands.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Here's a throw downfield late. Wide open, he makes the catch.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Back to throw. It's Baker. This one's complete. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on 3rd down would make it easier. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Adams. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. 4th quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jackson. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Four quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season. And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Baker. Now rolling to the left. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! And they score first here in overtime.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away. But it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, Dave.
Great. Yeah, right.
If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime playing that one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.